Well,
we'd like to introduce you to, this is Dave and this is Ian. They're going to give us some information about the show here today, and hopefully they'll see themselves on YouTube tonight.
Well, you never know. It'll be a one-off first time.
Yeah, well, me as well. What got you into classic cars, Dave?
I've always been a little bit of an older-fashioned person, brought up with older parents, on a farm with vintage vehicles, vintage tractors, vintage grandparents. So I've always been interested, and you find that in the vintage world, a lot of nice people, like-minded people. They don't judge you by the value of the car, they judge you by yourself. And met some lovely people. Salt of the earth.
What was your first classic?
A little lost in seven.
You're not going to believe this.
Yours.
I used to lost it, the Morris 8 I had.
Morris 8?
About Morris 8, 1947 it was.
Same year that I was born.
Yes, and it was
a great year. A great year.
I can remember the registration, it was TEV2. And if I still had it today, it would be worth a fortune.
It would. Registration worth more than the car, probably.
And do you know how much I sold it for? Take a guess.
About £15.
You're joking. I sold it for scrap for £2.
And you've regretted it ever since.
Every time I think about it, it brings tears to my eyes.
Well, you do, don't you?
Well, you do, but we've all made mistakes. Even this gentleman, he'll have made mistakes. He's not made a lot, but he's made a few. We all have. And you don't progress if you don't make mistakes.
I was always into, you know, the Vauxhalls, remember the old Vauxhall Wyvern?
Yes,
Cresta?
yes.
I had actually 3 of them.
Yeah, right,
I had the Wyvern, the Velox and the Cresta. Yeah, I think the Velox was a 1957 model.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You must be a millionaire to have all those cars.
No, that was a way back in the early
Was it?
60s.
Oh, well.
When they packed up those days, you just scrapped them. You never thought about the registrations that was on the plates.
No. We have made some mistakes, haven't we?
Oh, yes. If I'd thought about that, I could have worth a fortune there. I could be sitting in a palace somewhere. What about you, Ian? What about?
Yeah, well, my first one was an Austin Cell, about 1934.
1934?
Yeah.
Did you ever drive the Ken's vans?
Yeah, 410 van, 1954.
Well, I don't know whether it was that, but I was talking about, I think they first registered in Ford, was it 1957, when the flat nose ones came out?
Yeah.
1957, yeah. Well, I used to drive a laundry van.
You would have one. Three-speed column change.
3-speed column change.
Yeah. One seat, only one seat.
And the other one, I don't see many Fords today. Remember the Ford Zephyr?
Yeah, there's
Zodiac.
No, that one, not that thing.
There's one down there now, that black one.
That would be a wine.
I think they were about £150 when you were new. Or £100.
£100. I mean, any colour you wanted, as long as it was black.
Yeah.
Well, my father-in-law used to work for Rover down in Birmingham. So he used to work when he used to make the engines for the Mini. So he actually had one in he had a Mini. So he's going back all these years ago. But I tell you this, right, I mean, I'm getting on now and I miss them. That's why I love these.
You know, when you open the door, the smell.
The smell of
Yeah, I like it.
the smell of
We
the
lived
oil.
in the. I think we lived in the best times.
Of course we did.
£10 bob was a lot of money.
You could fill your tank up one of these for £10 bob.
You couldn't just go into a garage and get a car, you had to order it. Pretty rare anyway.
We're here today celebrating vintage, aren't we? I can remember the thrashing machine coming to our farm, and when the bill came for the work that the gentleman had done, I'd come home from school at lunchtime. Mum would say, "We've got the bill. Don't go and pay it, Mum. I'll take it tonight." Because when I took the bill to Mr. Johnston, I'd make sure that the Ford Thames van with the little windows was down the driveway, because I was sure as soon as I gave Mr. Johnson the money, he'd go in, check the amount, sign the receipt, and he gave me 2 half-crowns. 2 half-crowns! I used to ride home on my bicycle looking at these 2 half-crowns, thinking, blimey.
Well, that was a lot of money. in
Happy
those
days, 2 half-crowns, straight in the money box.
Yeah, those were the days.
That was a good earner, that was, wasn't it?
Yeah. The only problem with the boxes was, if you remember what the fault was, you remember the Wyvern and the Velvet and the Cresta. Not the Europe with the big fins on the top. Was the springs. I remember I was driving home and working the buses. And I remember I was driving home, I think it was the Wyvern I had. And I was turning the corner, this bang went, bang! The spring come up from the floor.
Before MOTs.
Before MOTs.
That's the reason why we had MOTs, isn't it?
We used to call them lift buckets.
Well,
They were nice to drive.
Oh, they were great. You could get 6 people in it dead easy, 3 in the front. There was no seat belts in those days.
I had a 101, that was my first car. Beautiful car.
I remember them.
Beautiful car. But you see, when the girlfriend came along and you got engaged, I had to turn it into £400 and get a Morris van for £200. My son today thinks I was still mental, but that's what you did for the lady, isn't it?
Oh, I remember I bought one of these Austins, 35, a little green one. You know the ones with the
yes,
the ones
little baby Austin.
The little baby Austin, I know, 25 quid I paid for it.
Not bad, is it? Happy days.
Yes, they are. So I hope you have a good time your next one, and we're really enjoying today looking at all these. It brings back a lot of memories to it.
It's a nice setting here as well.
It is, it's beautiful here. This is Astley. This is Astley Hall, the show for classic cars. This is Dave and this is Ian, and thank them very much for their interview today.
I had a mate that I could do it. Well, I don't like it. I couldn't remember the regulars, but the thing is, when you get to the
Wait, that one, paint on this one. It's done.
Oh yeah.